What is up guys, it is Simba here and welcome back to another league racing video on the channel. And today it is round number 4 for WOR. It is the Spanish Grand Prix and I hope you guys are looking forward to this one. And on screen are the results from the last race in Saudi Arabia. Link in the top right, but as you can see, we were promoted to P2 after the penalties were applied. So we got our first podium of the league racing season, thanks to a little bit of action from the Stewart. But we're looking to carry this forward. If you are looking forward to this one, smash the like button, get subscribed for more league racing content and a bit of co-op on the side as well. And you join us in our first lap of qualifying here in Spain. A track that everyone knows pretty well, everyone seems pretty decent at it. You know, they can do really good laps. So this one is going to be all about qualifying. Went wide. And as you can see, we finished our first lap there. It was an 11.0 for a banker, which is pretty decent, but it's only given us P5, and that was because we went wide at the last corner. So we know that there's time in the last sector, so let's go and find it. And this is our best lap of the session. Into turn 1 we go now, 4th gear, clip the inside apex, and now we ride the curb at turn 2 and carry that speed through turn 3. And at this point in the session you can see we are moving to the middle of the track through turn 3 because marbles are a killer around this track. Through turn 4 we are slightly down on the delta because of the changed line, but we are still level with the delta, but we go a little bit wide at turn 5. We don't quite get the rotation down, but we get good traction, which makes us level on the delta. Through turns 7 and 8, a little bit scruffy through 7. We turned in just a little bit too early, but we get away with it. And now through turn 9, flat out. And that is the middle part of the lap done. But through turn 10, we hit the brakes a little bit too hard. We have a moment on the exit as well. So again, we're fighting the delta on this lap. And we get a decent run out of that corner there on the right-hander. But going through the last corner, this time, we turn in a bit too early. We skew out on the curb. And across the line we go. It's still an 11-0. And we don't improve the last run. We were P5. And now we are P7, and that was very frustrating because we were easily doing 1 minute 10s throughout practice. You know, we really could have been in the top 3, but instead we bottled it, and it's P7. And we're going to start on the hards, and we're going to go straight into the race. We're wasting no time here as we get ready for 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix. What can we do from P7? We're going to find out as the lights go out. And we are underway in Barcelona once again for the first time since pre-season as we get a pretty decent start. We're looking to see if we can go up the inside of Bourbon, but also on the hard. There's a lot of contact there. My teammate TF Denzo, the championship leader, has been taken out on the first lap, and we move up into 4th place, and we get a great run on the Alpine of Havmilk going down into turn 4. He goes very wide and essentially gifts us the position, and we've gained 4 places in the space of 4 corners. So what a first lap that was. And now the main priority is sticking with the top 2 because DRS is so crucial around here. We might have gained a few places on the first lap, but DRS is everything around this track because it is very hard to overtake. As you can see, we have a little bit of a wide moment there through the last corner, and that is our first warning for track limit. I was actually struggling to nail that last corner. As you can see how OP DRS is, we are right at the back of Langman by the time we start lap 6. And I'm looking to plan a pass on the next lap. But Triarty on the mediums has gifted Langman DRS. Damn it. The timing of that. And you can hear me a little bit annoyed at the timing because it was pretty convenient. As soon as we were planning to go for a move on the Ferrari, he gets DRS on the car ahead. So it's a little bit annoying at this stage of the race. But yeah, Triarty on the medium tyres. So the plan is we wanted to pass Langman, so we were the first car on hards. We have another moment on the last corner. You can hear me in the background a little bit frustrated as Langman now in the Ferrari takes the lead of the race. And yeah, Triarty can do nothing about it because DRS is OP. And you can see we've opened up quite a gap compared to the rest of the field. So it really is a 3-way fight for the race lead. And now we're thinking of passing now. Fatari And hold that thought, because a safety car has come out, which is bad news, because you can see on the minimap, people, like 4 or 5 cars, have all dived into the pits. So we're going to lose out massively. Hey Nico, good to see you again, man. Good to see you in the stream. And you can hear me saying hi to an old friend, SLR Nico, in the Twitch chat. Appreciate you having there, mate, if you're watching this. As we are in the pits now with the top 2. And at this moment, of course, you might be thinking, you know, it's not too bad. You get a fresh set of tyres. But the problem is, everyone pitted behind us. So we're going to lose a lot of track position as we go on to a set of medium tyres. And I was thinking about strategy here, because I've seen the mediums do at least 20 laps around this track. It is possible to do a medium soft or a soft medium around this circuit. But I was thinking about getting to these tyres at the end of the race in case there isn't another safety car. So we are thinking about the long game, but we are down in P10 where we were easily in a 3-way fight for the race lead. So the race has been completely neutralised, and it has forced our hand to make progress to get past these cars. As we get underway again here in Spain, you can see by the end of lap 12, Langman looking to put those mediums to work as he's looking to pass NRX Zach in the Red Bull, who has a penalty. VRT Mustache looking to pass the Red Bull as well. TriRT just simply can't find a way through as the Haas goes off the track a little bit at the penultimate corner. And you can look at this. This is absolutely insane. We're going to try and make something happen here. But you can see Langman, he's got the inside line locked in. TriRT is still in front of us. So either way, we're going to be boxed in going into turn 1 as Langman is lagging about. And Mustache loses out by being pushed off the track, and we will happily take that position. Up into P9 we go, as TriRT now has a little look at the Ferrari. Down the inside into turn 4, as Langman is still looking to make more progress up the inside. Oh my god. Huge contact at turn 5 as Langman is pretty much out of the running for now, as we get the move on the inside. Don't know how we got away with that one. Second warning though. So the good news is we've emerged through all of that chaos in front of everyone. The bad news is we have a second warning, and it was very silly. Who cuts the inside of turn 7? Like, pretty much no one in the history of racing around this track already. So that's not ideal. And we're going to have to be careful around the last corner, which is somewhere we've been struggling. So I'm going to try to, we've got to be careful, but we still have to keep going. We still have to make more progress as we go down the inside of TTM Barney, as he goes off the track a little bit, as we tried to give him, we tried our best to give him space there, but we get through as TriRT follows us through, and he's looking very, very punchy despite being on the harder compounder tyre, as we fend him off through turn 4. So we're back into the top 5 for the first time since we pitted. So it didn't take us too long to make progress, but now we have to think about the long game here.
Right, keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead.
You've got to push now. That's the plan. This guy's got no battery either. So on to lap 18 now. We've passed the halfway point of this race. We have to keep pushing, and that was recommended by my bro, SparksYT15, in the chat. He was also in the chat, so thanks very much, Daru. As we have to keep pushing, we have to make progress, we have to keep going to reclaim that lost track position, as Zach has a huge moment. Well, I'd happily take the position, but we don't have DRS anymore. So Zach has given us a free position, but now there's a bit of a problem because we don't have DRS on the car in front. We are way too far from the DRS range. So we're going to have to reluctantly work together with the AlphaTauri right in our gearbox in order to catch up to the car in front, as I think that's ET8 Chris in the Mercedes. So we give him a bit of a weave, and TriRT goes back through up into P4. But literally, a few corners later, Zach is out, and we have another safety car. You've got to be kidding me. That is a joke. So basically, I'm pretty annoyed at the timing of this because we essentially gave Triarty a place for free. And once again, during a safety car restart, we're going to be behind the AlphaTauri. And also, he gets rid of the hard tyres and he's on a fresh set of mediums. And to make matters worse, Chris is in between us now. So we're down to P6. We haven't lost too much, but it's still pretty frustrating because you go back to the early stages where we were basically just having me, Triarty and Langman all fighting for the win, but Chris makes contact. Bloody hell. Nice stuff from Triarty there to switch to AI at that moment. So a huge near miss for us in that safety car there at that moment. It's not Triarty's fault. It turns out that the race leader just slowed down all of a sudden, and that had a Cottatino effect on everyone else, and Chris is going to lose out. So we reclaim P5, which we lost in the pit stop phase, and once again we are underway from a safety car, and everyone moving about on the straight already just to make sure that they catch the slipstream from the race leader as we're looking to make some progress here. We are entering the final third of the Spanish Grand Prix, and we still have a chance to reclaim the top three as we get a good run out of turn 2. Can we try and make something happen around the outside at turn 3, trying a little Alonso moment in 2013, but we can't quite get it done as Slapbus is fighting about. Oh my god.
We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
We weren't even racing for 20 seconds. And another safety car. Ridiculous. I'm not even going to bother showing the restart. We're just going to go straight back to the action because I have no idea why that was even deployed in the first place. And we are underway again. And the top three will continue to squabble. We're up into P4 now. As you can see, Triarty again looking to make things happen around the outside of Bourbon Boy, but nothing quite doing around the outside line at turn 4. A lot of marbles there, and it's very easy to lose out. But we skip to lap 28 now. DRS is enabled, and we are using our ERS to make sure that we defend from Jonas, who is on the soft tyres like he was at the start of the race. He goes down the inside into turn 1. We give him space through turn 2, and we think we've got the job done through 3, but we make contact, and we are off the track. Fuck's sake. And that was a frustrating moment. And as you can see, Langman, who's used the safety cars to recover through the field, he's back ahead of us, and Jonas stays ahead as well. But honestly, I think looking back on it, it's my fault because, you know, he still had a car up, he still had a front wing up the inside, and if the shoe was on the other foot, I would like him to leave me space on the inside. So a bit of a poor bit of awareness there from me. As we move on to lap 30, we are down in P6 now once again, and our chances of a podium are pretty much gone because you can't overtake around this track, especially being the last car in the DRS train, as Langman is still looking to reclaim a podium, but through turn 5 he gets tagged by Yona. This guy, oh my god.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Why, man? What's wrong with this guy? And that is the last thing we wanted. With literally 3 laps to go, we have got damage, and we're going to have to box and to repair the wing, and that might just be game, set and match. We could have easily got a podium, you know, if it wasn't for the first safety car. The safety cars have really been against us today, and this is just compounding our misery throughout the race. And yeah, and you know, to make matters worse here, guys, this is an old set of soft tyres because we used all the sets in qualifying, as Bourbon Boy is also in the pits along with an Alfa Romeo as well of Georgian. So we're back in P10 just like the first safety car, and now instead of fighting for the win, we have 2 laps to save at the Spanish Grand Prix. We have 2 laps to save what could have been a very easy podium, and it has now turned into a last minute recovery job right at the end. Stay tuned because this is gonna get hectic, as this race has already shown. Underway again for the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix, And we have got one hell of a job to do from P10 on a set of used softs. You can see there's a car already going across the track. And by the time they get to turn 3, everyone is bunching up. And there's 6 cars going for the same piece of track. And you can hear me just say that this is not going to end well. This is just going to be a bunch of carnage where everyone wants to get in front of the other. And we're looking to try and find our way in the chaos as well as we're going to try and pass Rexrow.
What's he doing? Moves across.
And you can see we're finding it very difficult to make immediate progress as the middle sector is so hard to overtake as we bottom out on that curb before turn 9. And we had a moment with Rexrow as well. And we go down the inside of the Haas, who is on medium tyres. We get the job done. We've made 1 place, and we're going to try round the outside.
For God's sake, man, what is he doing?
We make more contact with Rexrow, and we're back in P10, and we've still got 1 lap to go. Can we do anything here?
Final lap, push, push.
So here we go then, we've got 1 lap to see how far we can get. The Haas is flashing, which means he's got less than 10%. We go up the inside, we make a bit of contact, but we give him space on the inside of turn 2. And that is 1 move done, but we've still got so many cars to pass. But going into turn 4,
Oh my God.
the heavens have completely opened. Triarty and Langman have collided. And now Slapbutter's lost out. We go round the outside of him. And Rexrow goes wide. It's like we've parted the Red Sea through the turn 5 hairpin. And we have gained 5 places in 1 sector. And there is still half a lap to go. As we go through turn 9, we're using everything in our battery to try and get as close as we can to the cars in front. Through turn 10, the Mercedes of Stefan goes completely wide. He misses the apex. And we're going to go round the outside, going into turn 12. And we don't make contact winning this time. But we're still side by side, going into the last corner.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh dear.
Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on.
God, what a mess that was, man. Fucking hell.
And breathe. That was quite hectic, wasn't it? What a finish. You can see us finishing 3rd on track. That is your race winner, Bourbon Boy, who was in 9th place when that safety car came in for the final time. And you can see everyone celebrating, you can see the champagne being sprayed, but that is far from the story being over. Because just like Jeddah, this one went to the stewards. Here are the provisional results from the race. You can see we finished 3rd, and here are the final results of this race here today. And we turn out that we stay 3rd, and big respects to Stefan because he could have reported us. I felt bad for that collision on the last lap. I should have given him more space, but he realised that I noticed my mistake immediately and decided not to report it. So Stefan, if you're watching this, a lot of respect to you, and I'm going to try to make sure that I do not make a repeat of what just happened here. But guys, there you go. What a race. What a finish. Absolute chaos. Subscribe for more, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.